how's it going? Hope you all are having a great Sunday or whatever day you're watching this. One of the biggest requests that I've been getting, and I think it's probably due to the fact that everybody's massage therapist is out of commission right now, is self-massage. How do I massage the spots that hurt? And the big one really is the neck for people. You might be working from home at a makeshift desk that's your dresser or your kitchen table, and things might not be, hey Cindy, things might not be ideal for how you're positioned. You might be spending a lot more time on your phone. I know that me and my family, I'm seeing that more and more just out of boredom. You just start to check out what's going on. Maybe there's nothing new on Facebook, so you're welcome. I'm going to put something new on Facebook today. So for the neck, one of the important things that you need to remember is there's a lot of important stuff going on here between your brain and your body that we need to be careful about, okay? Especially in the front of the neck. So we're going to preface everything we do today with just caution that we're not going to be digging and grabbing and doing anything aggressive to our neck, because we like being alive and being able to, move around and all those important things that we need to do. Hey, Amy. The other important thing that I need to remember to tell you is just to tune in to what's going on. It's easy for a lot of us to think, oh, this shoulder hurts, therefore I gotta just mash on this shoulder right here because that's the part that hurts. And that's not necessarily how bodies work. Muscles like to be tight. That's their job. They like to be attached to bones and shorten. That's their entire job. So when they're doing their job, they're pretty happy. It's most of the time when they're trying to do their job, but they're getting overstretched, that they complain. So there's a lot of instances where someone will come in for a massage and they'll say, I just need my right shoulder worked on. I just want you to do my right shoulder the whole time. And I get that that's the part that's bothering you, and you don't want to walk out of here with that pain anymore. You're here for that, so let's do that. And I totally get that, but that's not necessarily going to cause, or it's not necessarily going to solve the problem. There's a great likelihood that your left shoulder is actually tight, or the back of your shoulder hurts, but it's the anterior of your body that's tight and needs to open up so that this muscle can relax and it doesn't feel like it has the weight of the world. Okay, so we're going to start, what Cindy's saying. Totally neck roll and wedgie, Cindy, yes. So we're going to start with just some awareness and sit. So I want you to find a comfortable seat. Wherever you are, you can be in a chair, you can be in your recliner, but wherever you are, I want you to sit up straight and tall. No hunching over, no leaning to the side. Sit up straight and tall and lengthen your neck. And take a deep breath. And once you're there, you can put just a slight tuck in the chin and lengthen the back of the neck a little bit and begin to tune in. So for instance, as I'm sitting here just noticing, I'm feeling tightness in the front of my neck here into my collarbone. And I'm going to breathe into that and just kind of notice what's going on with that. And now that maybe you have a handle on what feels tight, what has pain, let's go ahead and start to warm the muscles up a little bit before we get started. So we'll inhale our shoulders forward, up, and back. Do that 2 more times. Nice and slow. And switch directions. Backwards, up, forwards, down. We'll take our hands and we'll place them on top of our shoulders and we'll swim. First we'll do the backstroke. Just getting fresh blood into these joints, into this muscle that we can feel. And we'll switch directions. Try and keep that elbow, draw a big circle with that elbow. You might notice one arm doesn't want to make as big a circle. Like this arm, I really got to think about it. It's kind of sluggish. Awesome. And we can also bring our shoulder or bring our whole arm across and give it some gentle pressure with our opposite hand. Switch sides. Hey Holly, hey Thompson. That feels good, Cindy says. Yeah. Another cool one, this is a yoga one. You can take your arms, cross your right over your left. And that might be a stretch for some people right there. That might be enough for you. But you can also try and cross your arms, like put your palms together. And that's a really great stretch for in between your shoulder blades in the back. And you're also getting a nice compression of your collarbones and your pecs. And switch sides. So now take the left elbow, place it on top of the right elbow crease. Bring your palms together, if you can. If not, you can just have the backs of your hands together too. Tuck your chin slightly. Big inhale. Big exhale. Awesome. Gently come out of that. And then for the back of the shoulders, take your hands, place them behind your hips with your fingers facing the wall or whatever's behind you. Okay, so your palms are in the this part of your arm is kind of up against your back or your butt, whatever's sticking out there. And your hands are flat on the ground. Spread your fingertips out wide to stretch out your hands and your forearms. And then extend forward. Send your sternum, which is this breastbone right here, your sternum towards the sky and your chin, opening up the whole anterior of your neck. And nice and gently come forward. Now for 90% of people, that's going to be the real issue. And we've talked about it before, but it's because everything you do as a human is out in front of you. And so all these little muscles get shortened and tightened all the time. When you're driving, you're typing, you're on your phone, you're cooking, you're reading, everything shortens all these muscles. So probably the number one best thing you can do on your own is to stretch out the anterior of your neck and chest. Okay? And you can even take your hands and clasp them behind you. Send your hands out toward that wall behind you. And that's a great stretch right there. And if you want a little more, you can kind of bend forward and just let gravity help to stretch out the front of those shoulders, your pecs. Okay, so we got the shoulders stretched and warmed up. Now let's go ahead and move up the cervical chain. So we'll bring our chin, inhale, and bring your chin toward your chest. Fill the back of your lungs here. And exhale it all out. Inhale, head to neutral. And back down. Inhale. Filling the lungs in the back. Your lungs are back here. Back in here. Fill that space of your upper respiratory system. Give a great stretch. You're also massaging your thyroid. Come back to neutral. Inhale, you're going to turn your head to the right. Exhale, slowly turn your head to the left shoulder. Kind of drawing a horizontal line with your nose. And this is warm. Roxy. That's my trauma dog. Roxy. Shush. She loves to do that when you're nice and relaxed. So we'll do this one more time since we got kind of off track, shoulder to shoulder. Warming up those discs, how your neck moves together. Actually, I have a little prop I can show you. Our little skeleton guy. So when you're turning your neck, you have discs in between all these little spaces. And when you're turning them gently like that, you're wringing all of that tension out. You're warming up and lubricating those joints. You can see how important this just is on a nervous system perspective, how important your neck and spine is. All of these yellow things are nerve roots. So you want to be careful. You be gentle with yourself. Go ahead and sit over there, buddy. Okay, and now the sides of your neck. So inhale, right ear to right shoulder. And a big exhale. Just kind of focus on releasing that tension when you breathe. So and you can kind of turn your head back and forth. Slowly, like through molasses. Inhale slowly up to center. If your neck is really, really tight, don't do any of this with any kind of speed. You really want to be gentle and slow. It's the mindfulness portion that's going to connect your nervous system, which is in charge of what your muscles do. You know, if you're just going through the motions and you're not connecting to it, you're probably not going to make any lasting change. And you might even hurt yourself, so don't do that. This is your body. You're going to live in it, hopefully, a very long time. You don't get another one. So be gentle to it. Be nice to your joints. I haven't always been nice to my joints. A lot of car accidents. But I decided to stop that. I'm not going to be a crash test dummy anymore. At least of my own volition. No, that's my tight spot. So this feels really good. And when I'm doing this, I can feel it all the way into this area here where my neck and my head meet, all the way up into these muscles that are called suboccipital muscles. All the way into the front of my neck here. My guess is that's where the seatbelt was usually, across my shoulder. Or maybe it's the time I flew into a windshield. Probably that. Okay, good. So I promised you self-massage. So I have a nice CBD cream. You can use an oil or a lotion, even olive oil if that's all you have at home, olive oil or something like that, or your face cream. You can use whatever. I really like to use CBD cream on painful spots. It works amazingly well. There's a lot of different pain creams out there, and I think I've tried them all, but I really like the effects of the CBD cream. This is a nice one too. It's from Premier US Hemp. I'll tag them if you want to check it out. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to get a little bit. You don't need a lot. You don't need to like grease yourself up or anything. If you're using a balm like I am, go ahead and warm it up and get it on your hands like that. If you're using an oil, just kind of spread it around so that you have like an even coating on your hands. Okay. And we'll start with our anterior neck, because that's more than likely where your issue is. So start just below your chin, come back from your jaw, and just do a nice sweeping motion like a C, just like that. We'll do the other side too. Just below your jaw there, sweep back with a flat hand, and then just kind of pull that skin down towards your collarbone. And then we can do both at the same time. Just kind of spread those muscles back underneath your jaw, make a C, and come down all the way to your collarbones. Very nice. And now you can take your finger pads and move. You can feel your Adam's apple right here. Go to the side of it, okay? The side of it, start at your jaw, and with gentle pressure, you're not digging in. Just make a sweeping stroke down into that crevice of your collarbone here. And then just go to the next line. Just go right next to where you just did that and do it again. And you can even kind of move and rotate your neck. Give it an extra stretch while you're holding tension there on your neck. Very nice. 3 times. We can do that 3 times again. So start at the first spot, which is just on the side of your throat. Gentle pressure. If you feel something tight, you can kind of move it around. Just be gentle. That is the rule. Do you hear a recurring theme? Now that we warmed up that side, let's do the other side. I like to use my opposite hand, so I'm not going to use this hand necessarily, because this way I can kind of curl my fingers and get a little extra grip. So go on the side of your throat, under your chin, and just a nice gentle stroke. So called your scalene muscles, in case you wanted to know. And we'll do that again. So start in the most anterior portion into that collarbone. Second line. And third. Awesome. And then you can give the front of your neck, your throat, a very nice gentle massage. Good for your lymphatic system, good for your thyroid. But again, I'm not squeezing, I'm not grabbing. Just very gently massaging my anterior neck. And I have very sensitive skin. I'm going to turn all red. You might not. But that's just what it is. Okay, so now we've done that interior portion. We can get a little deeper into our collarbone where a lot of these muscles attach. So if you put your hand over your collarbone, you can feel on it, above it, and below it. We're going to go above it first and just kind of take the pads of our fingers again. We're going to start at the portion in the very center, like right next to your sternum. You feel like a little ball. Just follow that ridge all the way out into your shoulder. Do that again 2 more times. And then we'll do kind of the same thing underneath the collarbone. Get into those pecs a little bit. And 3. We're not in a rush here. There's no need to rush. Okay, so for this side, you're going to feel for your collarbone. Come in towards the center, you'll feel that little ball there. Come on top of that, and then run your fingers along the top edge of that clavicle. You might hear like crispy crunchies. That's normal. Number 3. Then we're going to come underneath or inferior to that clavicle. Kind of give yourself a nice flat hand and use the top edge of your pointer finger to just come up underneath that clavicle and press all the way out towards the edge of your shoulder. Very nice. So now we'll get to the money stuff that you really, really want to massage, because that's the part that you feel the most likely. Our traps, okay? So for our traps, we'll take our opposite hand to shoulder, kind of like we're just going to pat ourselves on the back, and just take a nice grab using the side of your thumb or your thenar eminence and your fingers to just kind of scoop that trap up. And you want to inhale, raise that shoulder, and continue squeezing as you exhale and drop the shoulder. Take a new handful a little further out. Squeeze, inhale, raise. Exhale, continue squeezing, and move out. That feels good, right? Let's do that again. So come into the inside portion, so right next to your neck. Wonder if it'll help. Like this. Get a grab. Raise your shoulder. Let it drop. Let it be limp. New handful. Awesome. Let's do it on the other side. One more time. Very nice. I'm going to grab a little bit more of my CBD cream. And this time we're going to be working on the back of our neck. And we're going to be working on the levator scapula that attaches right in here. And it's the muscle that everyone complains about. It attaches to the top edge of your shoulder blade. And it's that knot that everybody complains about, which is actually not really a knot. It's just an attachment. So you can try to rub that thing out all day. It's not going anywhere. But these do get very tight. So that's the area we're going to be working on, and into the sub-occipital area here. So this is the back of your head, okay? So like if you were to like look down or look up, that's your occiput. And there's muscles that go underneath there in between your spine and your skull. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the pads of our fingers and the flat surface behind our neck, okay? We're just going to place it so that our pinkies are on just underneath our skull, and the rest of our fingers are just kind of flat against our neck. And we're just going to scoop up toward the head and then pull all that tissue down. Okay, again, place your fingers so that your pinky is on the ridge of your skull. Press up until your fingers almost meet. And then make C and turn down. Bringing that tissue all the way, giving it a nice massage and a nice stretch. Warming it up. Last time. Your hands might be tired now if you're not a massage therapist. This is kind of a lot on your fingers. Okay, so we've done that now. We'll take our fingers and place them all along the ridge of our skull, okay? And you can kind of feel where that is. If you start looking up and down, you'll feel that edge, okay? And once you get in there, just put some gentle pressure and make little circles there. You guys are going to think this feels amazing. This is my #1 spot to get massaged. And I really have to trust someone to let them in here. But this is like, if I want a massage, you could probably, if you only had 5 minutes to massage me, you could probably just do this and my whole body will relax. These sub-occipital muscles. Feels so good. Okay. Don't want to put a lot of pressure right here behind your ears, so stay out of that area. And just stay on your occipital bones. And you can kind of look up and down as you make the circles. Oof, give myself goosebumps. Okay, and now my hands are tired, so I know yours are, so you can kind of shake them out like that. Give them a little stretch because we're almost done. We'll take opposite hand to side of neck. We're going to use our finger pads again. We're going to come along the edge of our spine, okay? So you can feel your spine in the very center here. You're going to move toward the left side. If we're on the left, you're going to move toward the left, and it's going to feel more meaty in there. You're just going to get your fingers in there and drag them down all the way toward your shoulder blade. Do it again. Last time. Oof. Okay, and we'll do this side. Opposite hand. Feel for your spine. Come to the side of it where it feels nice and meaty, and there's, like I showed you, there's like a valley there. You can go in between. And just drag those fingers, press into that area and drag those fingers down. Last time. Awesome, guys. How's that feeling? Now that we've got, hey Angelique, hey Henry. Now that we've got these muscles stretched and massaged, another great thing to do is to do some circles with your neck, just to make sure that those discs stay nice and healthy and relaxed. So one thing I like to do just for awareness, so I can know where I'm at in space, is I'll place my hand kind of on my chest, on my collarbones here, sitting up nice and straight and tall. And I'm going to start like an Egyptian, going off to the right. I'm going to send my chin forward in a big circle, off to the left, and back towards center with my chin kind of tucked slightly. Okay, do that 2 more times. Being aware of what you feel. Coming back to center. Take a breath here. And we'll switch directions. So off to the left, chin, jaw off to the left. Send it forward to the right and back. 2 more times. Awesome. And I like to do my hands on the sides of my neck too, so I can get that, that occipital area. So I will try and focus on just rotating my upper cervicals. Sending that jaw, just pretend you're making a circle with your chin. You have a piece of paper right here. And go the opposite way to the left. Awesome. And then maybe do some shoulder rolls and see where you're at now. Feeling looser? Are you able to stretch a little more? I'm feeling great. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please let me know if you guys want any other kind of tips. So if something else is bothering you that I'm not picking up on, just let me know and we can work on that. I hope you guys have an awesome, awesome Sunday, and I will talk to you guys soon. See you.